bit about me. And basically, one of the 2 points I wanted to make in this conversation, which is that geography in terms of startups is obsolete right now in 2020. Last year, I visited Istanbul and I talked a little bit about just global startups in general and how even last year, over the last 5 or so years, there's been this massive trend in new massive startups built outside of Silicon Valley. So you don't have to be in Silicon Valley anymore to build a world-changing company. And what's amazing is that, maybe in the 1960s and 70s and 80s and even 90s, startups really only existed in Silicon Valley. And then starting in the 2000s, you started to get these hubs of startups in other places in the world, in Europe or in Asia, that were building their companies in their own country. And what I noticed is that in the last 5 years or so, companies have really become global. They're no longer a Silicon Valley startup or a startup in Turkey or a startup in Indonesia or a startup in Kenya. Now startups are just global. They may have staff everywhere. One department might be in Silicon Valley, another department might be in the Ukraine. And this trend was already happening before this year. And of course, this year we had COVID-19, which changed everything, and is one of the reasons why you are all not in Istanbul itself right now, but all over the world. And you know what? It works. It's nice to get together in person, but it can be pretty convenient. We've found it's pretty convenient that you can build your company in your home country without having to travel. So COVID has really proven that this trend is here to stay. And even under the toughest circumstances that you can imagine, a global pandemic doesn't stop innovation and entrepreneurship globally around the world. And you don't have to be able to get on a plane and go to Silicon Valley. And frankly, you don't have to even be able to get on a plane and go to Istanbul. And still, this program is great, and you can build a world-changing